What hooks you into a story so much that you cannot put the book down until you've turned the last page? Is it the thrill of survival at its most extreme, the spectacle of a dystopian drama, or the depths of human emotion and sacrifice that ensnare us? The Hunger Games by Suzanne Collins offers all of this and more. Diving right into its principal themes, the essence of the Hunger Games lies in shedding light on the stark contrasts of human nature, the instinct to survive against all odds, and the ruins of a society split between the opulence of the capital and the destitution of the districts. At its core, the book is a narrative about young Katniss Everdeen, who volunteers to participate in a gruesome gladiatorial conflict in place of her sister, thrusting her into a game of life and death that is, morbidly, nationally televised for sport and oppression. Narratively, Collins hits the bullseye with a dish of perfect dystopian elements, recognizable enough to seem plausible, yet foreign enough to alarm and captivate. Additionally, the fear that it could never happen to me that characters and readers alike cling to is masterfully debunked. The book mirrors the perilous optimism of our reality, where people often believe disaster will spare them, yet it might be our undoing not to consider safeguards for society's weaker strands. This book speaks volumes about the uneven playing fields in both the Hunger Games and our own world, where purportedly equal opportunities are skewed by imbalances of wealth and influence. Access to resources, be they survival gear in the arena or SAT tutoring in the modern education system, can drastically alter outcomes, questioning the fairness of the systems we navigate daily. But beyond the harshness of its primary plot, the story is peppered with acts of compassion that glint like stars in an otherwise dark universe. Where brutality reigns, instances of tenderness between characters remind us that even in adversity, or perhaps especially then, humanity's capacity for kindness and unity persists. As for the technical aspects, the narrative voice is compelling, evoking the accents, melodies, and tribulations of its characters so vividly that one might indeed feel the urge to read it all over again. The book's structured pacing that tightens tension, coupled with the emotional richness of its characters. Be it Katniss's strong-willed tenacity, Peeta's unfailing decency, or the collective spirit of the districts, carries the story triumphantly and ensures its persistent resonance with readers even after multiple encounters. All said, anticipating the sequels to the Hunger Games feels much like standing on the edge of an arena, eager, hopeful, and a little bit on edge. Because while the book delivers a walloping punch on its own, the true measure of its impact may lie in how it sets up the rest of the story, the journey of the girl on fire. As we hunger for more, the question isn't merely whether Katniss survives the games, but rather what it says about us, our societies, our systems, and our hearts. As a side note, whether you've read the book for the first time or are revisiting it, it lines up as a riveting tale that outdoes its own film adaptation, resonating deeply with readers and leaving an indelible mark on the landscape of young adult fiction. It's a book that undoubtedly remains as compelling on the third read as it was on the first, proving that some stories, much like the fire of the girl from District 12, refuse to be extinguished.